Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael and this is Happy Goose Reacts. Today I'll be continuing my Kuroko no Basket reaction series with episode 41 called Win Now. I don't know what to take from that. I don't think that they would wrap up the game in this one episode. I still feel like there's a lot that they can do to stretch it out for like another episode or two. 2 or 3 maybe. We're only in the third quarter at the start of it, and this game is very good about making stuff take a little longer in the game to build up the momentum of getting to the end. And I don't really know where it's going to go because that's a very surprising title given where we're currently at. But last episode, Kagami has begun to tap into his potential as a contender of a generation of miracle player, and that is by letting go of Kuroko, his dependence on Kuroko, that is. And with that, I'm very interested to see what he's going to be capable of, because I get where they were going at. Feeling like you aren't at your strongest without this person is essentially handicapping yourself. So him seeing Aomine crush Kuroko, that has pushed Kagami to be able to tap into truly what he is capable of, along with his training with Alex, whoever Alex is, when he went to go to visit him in America. It's just very interesting to me as to where this is going to go, and I'm enjoying Kagami's character development as well as Kuroko's. Kuroko's going through his own unique character development right now, and I'm sure that we're going to see some more tricks up his sleeve, that on the fly things, because you're always learning, whether it be on or off the court. You're adapting and overcoming new obstacles all the time in competitive sports, and it's just a very interesting game so far. We have not seen Aomine perform at 100% yet from the sound of it, so I'm excited to see where he goes, because we got to see him actually get thrown off a bit with Kagami, and then after that second quarter wrapped up and we got that 10-minute break and they came back, he's trying even harder. And I don't know to what extent, but I doubt that is what 100% is to him, because if it was, we would have seen some absolutely crazy stuff from Aomine, and I imagine we'll see that throughout this episode and hopefully the next, because I don't want to just wrap it up this episode. I feel like there's more to this game. But one thing I did notice, thankfully because of Crunchyroll, I see under next episode that we have our next OVA. So don't worry, don't have to spam it. I'm sure you already did in the last video. Like, pay attention, there's an OVA, but I'm gonna watch it. Don't worry, I'll watch it. I'm excited to see where this goes and what is yet to come for this match. So with that being said, let's jump in now. Episode 41, Win Now. Let's go. Yeah! What is he? What do you mean? You're. Oh, I hate that. Now they're essentially eliminating a player on the court by doing this. Oh, that's what he meant by the comment at the end of the episode. I see. Yep, okay. So this, I didn't know exactly what the mirror comment meant, but I was right about why they put him on him. So this is very interesting. How are we going to overcome this new obstacle? I see. Oh, that's very interesting. I knew he was going to be a problem, and he hasn't really been a problem so far in these games, but now he's getting the focus of this episode so far. Oh no. Dude, Momo and her goddamn analytical skills. Man, this is intense. Oh, is Aomine about to do some crazy shit? Whoa. Damn! Let you guard down for a second, and that's all it takes. I like the blue streaks they just did there. Dude, Aomine is nuts. Just like that, zoomed by. What can we do against Aomine? He's so damn cool. Oh. The cool illustration. Damn. So Kagami's pushing Aomine to actually play, and he actually has to play hard and actually has to think, unlike usual. So it's bringing out these innate skills that he hasn't had to tap into because nobody's better than him. That's crazy. I like the explanation, it makes sense, but I don't know how we're going to overcome beating Aomine. But I don't believe we're going to lose this game, so I just don't get how it's going to happen. Damn! We're almost at 20 points down! Really? Are we really actually going to lose this game? His misdirection's not working anymore. It's unfortunate. Damn, so this is the wall. We've hit the wall. How is Kuroko going to come out on top here? Yeah, they're talking about it. Yeah, they got no more cards to play. They're out of gas. They lost. But then, boom, pow! Some crazy shit's about to happen. Nah, I don't believe that quite yet. Here is a moment that's going to stick with Kuroko. Of course it is, it's a flashback. I don't know what I'm saying, but it's like gonna push him to go beyond right now. Ooh, this is gonna push Kuroko to do some crazy shit right now. We don't get flashbacks without a reason. The name of the episode, this makes sense! What are we about to do here? We're about to come out on top somehow right now. Interesting. Oh. Wait a minute. Did they make it so all the attention is on Kuroko so other people can use the misdirection? Is that the weapon here? What just happened? Oh. Oh. Misdirection Overflow? Is it so it allows his teammates to use the misdirection? That's crazy. That is not at all what I was expecting. That's nuts. How's this gonna go? Oh, dude, they're doing Kuroko moves right now. Zoom in, dude. It's just simple misdirection, but it's being used so beautifully. You see him clearly, and nobody else is clear now. Exactly. He's created a presence, which has made other people's presence smaller. I see. This is so smart. Why didn't I ever think of that? That's crazy. That is an incredibly cool. It's a cool move. Cool technique. Fair enough. Not every weapon is useful in every situation or always useful. Oh, that's very... Damn, to throw away a weapon like that. Hey, I guess all they gotta do is win once. The goal right now is to win because it's mainly just because of Kiyoshi. They want to win this game. This year matters the most to them. The future is the future. The now is now. Yeah, right. We'd rather win here now than lose later. Or lose now and lose later. Damn! And this is gonna push everybody to go beyond. Ooh, the transition! They're gone! Holy shit, went right past Aomine! That's exactly what I was just saying. We're living now. We are going to win now. Damn, we're only down 8 points with a minute left in the third quarter. Yeah, because they're basically acknowledging because... Oh, wait a second. Whoa! Is going in. Damn, dude. Of course he hits it. But what he's acknowledging right now is that because Saren is doing everything they can, if we don't do everything we can, we'll lose. No, I don't want you to win though. I really don't. I want us to win. But how? We have a quarter left and it feels like there's really nothing we can do at this point. He's still so lax. Hey, you know, I like that moment. I like how they're all sitting here. They're ready to get into this last quarter. Hell yeah. The episode's about to end though. This is unfortunate. Interesting. I'm so curious how this is gonna go. We're getting one more episode of this game. At the minimum. Whoa! It's like a misdirect. Yeah! That's crazy. That's wild. We're somehow making so many tools out of this Misdirection Overflow. So he is feeling that fun again, because he wasn't listening. Was he smiling? Oh shit, this next episode is gonna be crazy. Holy crap. Well, another fantastic episode of Kuroko no Basket checked off the list. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. I'm like, how are we gonna come back after all of that? Starting off... Okay, so, one thing I want to talk about, especially this episode, is the craziness and impact of the flashback moment for Kuroko. About how Yoshi doesn't care about, you know, the future. He didn't do the surgery, or he isn't even thinking about the alternative path of what would have happened if he would have went with surgery, not participated in this tournament, and just been done with it. And instead, he stayed in the now, is playing this last year out with his injury still, you know, affecting him. And it's essentially just this story's way of saying that he's living in the present. That's what Kuroko wound up doing there when all else felt lost. His misdirection, he used up the 40 minutes. So what it sounds like to me is if Kuroko ever uses that 40-minute timer up completely against the team, it completely loses effect the next time he will ever play against them. So as long as he never plays 40 minutes, they will never be able to get adjusted or used to it to the extent that it is useless anymore. So what he did is against one of the strongest teams that we have yet to play against. Of course, besides Akashi's team, that man eats, sleeps, and breathes victory. So, of course, we got to deal with that later on in Season 3 from the sound of it. However that the hell is going to go. But, because, I mean, if it's not going to happen in Season 2, we're going to be playing against him in Season 3, regardless of the circumstances. There's obviously no way that we're going to see him and not play against him. It's not a spoiler I heard. It just makes sense, because we have to play against him. Y'all are excited he's finally showing up in the show. So if it's not happening now, it's happening in Season 3. Okay, now that I've explained why I made that comment, I'm going to go back to it. They've thrown away that weapon against being able to use it, or they've thrown away the weapon to be able to use it against them ever again. He will never be able to do misdirect on them ever again, because he wanted to use everything in his power now to win. And I don't know if Kuroko's known about this for a long time, where if he allows the misdirection timer to run out, that the other players can use his misdirection to their advantage. I didn't expect that to be the case or a tool that would ever be used, but it makes a lot of sense because now once they've focused on you and you are actually a player on the court, that draws attention away from other players, essentially creating a similar circumstance, maybe not as drastic as Kuroko's 40-minute misdirect timer thing, but it's a weapon nonetheless. So players whom had a huge presence on the court have lesser presences on the court because there is now a 10th player, like he did and said in his explanation. So the attention is drawn elsewhere, allowing other people to utilize that same tool, which is cool. But it comes at a great cost. And that is what Kuroko is doing, is he's living in the now. He'd rather win now for Kiyoshi's sake than think about the future games that they would ever have to play against them again. And that's admirable, and it stinks, but for the sake of the show and the way that the story and the team building has been going, it makes a lot of sense. And it's a very cool thing. And I really like how this show is doing its story and how the progression is going. But after all this, all the stuff that we've seen, I have no idea how we're going to pull it back in this fourth quarter if we're going to win. I don't, like I've been saying since this match started, and even before that, the Spa episode where they came and they basically gave their declaration of war, saying like, "You're playing against us first." I didn't think we were going to lose when we played against them to begin with, because it wouldn't make sense. They've been setting this up. All the Generation Miracle players are showing up. They're going to be playing in this tournament. So how crappy would it be for us to just lose the first match against Aomine? Like then it's just done. There's no fun in it. But they could throw us for a curveball and then have some strange stuff going on in season 3. But I don't know. I just am very curious how we're going to play this out in the fourth quarter. It seems that we don't really have any more weapons, and on top of that, they just showed us at the end Aomine is reverted back to his old self when he was having fun and love with basketball back in Taiko, with all the other Generation Miracle players. And I'm very curious. I'm super duper curious what we are going to be able to do to pull us ahead. I imagine we're gonna have some crazy shit happen when we get to those episodes, because after this, I'm not going to be able to jump right in to whatever happens next. I get to watch an OVA, and that's fine. I love me some backstory, I presume, because most OVAs tend to be backstory or additional information, and I'm curious what this next one's about. Given the match that we're going on with right now, I would presume maybe it has something to do with Aomine and Kuroko. We've gotten a lot to do with their backstory, but we haven't really seen too much about it. So I guess it would make sense for right now, right before the conclusion of potentially the last time we ever would play against them in this show, that we'd get some sort of sentimental backstory moment between two players who used to be the greatest of teammates and the greatest of friends. And yeah, I'm just excited. That's all I got. I don't know what we could do here. I really don't. But I also want to know what Momo's briefing was, because she gave them more direction, so they have more of a game plan and strategy to beat us in the fourth quarter. All we did was just kind of sit there and cheer each other up, stay high morale, which is just as strong. They already probably know their game plan, so that's probably why they didn't discuss anything. But like I continue to just repeat myself and say, I am beyond curious how this fourth quarter is going to go and how we will probably most definitely pull back. I have no idea in my mind as to what could possibly happen. I feel like we don't have any more trump cards, but that could be very wrong. Just because Kuroko and Kagami have had their big moments this episode, that doesn't mean the other players on the court, Hyuga, I guess he's had a moment. He's been doing his three-pointers, and I guess him and Izuki have been doing like the misdirect. I don't know. I feel like there's just still something that we have not seen yet that will be utilized in this fourth quarter, or maybe the one-on-one between Aomine and Kagami that's going to happen probably this fourth quarter, seeing as Aomine is probably going to go 100%. I'm sure Kagami is going to have to push himself to go even harder. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see what happens. This is an incredible match. This is an incredible show. And I just can't wait. I don't have anything else to add. This is just a very good show and a very good episode. So with that being said, if there's anything I missed, misunderstood, anything you want to tell me at all, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you like the video, feel free to leave a like and let me know. If you haven't already and you'd like to stay up to date on my future videos, please consider subscribing, ringing that bell, and you'll be notified every single time I upload. I also have a Patreon where I post full-length reactions of all the shows I'm watching on YouTube, so if you'd like to watch full-length episodes of Kuroko no Basket with me, or any other show I'm watching on YouTube, feel free to check it out. You'll need your own legal copy of the show to watch along with me, so keep that in mind if you do. And until next time, with the next episode of Kuroko no Basket, I hope you all have a fantastic day, and peace.